dear.
Oh man, it's slow. Owatta no desu ne. Nani mo kamo. So yeah, this is just past tense of owaru, meaning to end. So it's just, it has ended, like hasn't it, I suppose. Nani mo kamo. I think nani mo kamo is kind of a set phrase that just kind of means like, everything. Anything and everything, or just about everything. And I think it kind of means that because obviously nani is like what, and mo kind of means inclusive of, of whatever. So it's like, whatever you think of, inclusive of what. Inclusive of everything, including whatever you might think of. And then kamo isn't kamo like as in kamo shiranai. I used to think it was actually, because sometimes you say like kamo, which means, which is short for kamo shiremasen, which basically means probably. So I used to kind of misunderstand this as meaning like nani mo kamo, which kind of means, like everything probably. But it's not right. This kamo just kind of means... what does it mean? It's pretty hard to explain, but it's different, basically. It's just, it's not the kamo that's used in probably. Yeah, that's a pretty weird kanji we have here for this. I'll probably put that in the text document. I'll put the kanji next to it so you can, have a little look at what the kanji is and find your own definitions for it. So this is Navi speaking now, isn't it? So, Sakki wa gomen ne. So sakki just meaning, a short while ago. Or, before, previously. I think I might have said this in this series already, but I think it can only be used like on the same day. Like if something happened yesterday, you can't refer to it as sakki. Although, as you might have noticed from this, that was only about 10 minutes ago. So you can use it for really short time periods, but also, probably, I don't know, like anything from maybe like 10 minutes ago to like, to 6 hours ago. I'm not even sure really. But yeah, she's saying, so sorry about earlier, sorry about in that, in the past, and isho ni tatakae nakute. So we're saying this a lot, like togetherly. Tatakae nai is, this is like, tatakau is to fight, tatakaeru is potential form, and then tatakae nai is negative potential, so not be able to fight, and tatakae nakute. This just happens quite a lot in Japanese, like, you will kind of say this and you'll just end the sentence there, even though it's like an explanation should follow, but the explanation just isn't really needed. So I kind of used to say this quite a lot when I would like apologize to people or whatever, or you know, like even now probably if I'm asked by one of like my Japanese friends what something means in English, and I kind of try to explain it, but you know they sort of get it, but I can't really explain it. I might say like, you know, I say like gomen ne, you know, setsume deki nakute, which just means, you know, to not be able to explain. And the explanation and everything afterwards just isn't needed. You just kind of leave it at that kind of unending midpoint of the sentence. And usually you get interrupted at that point anyway, and the other person will go, yeah, you know, like, no, it's fine. You know, so the explanation just isn't needed. So this is very common, just to kind of say nakute. Gomen ne nani nani nakute. Yeah, very common. And you can use it yourself. What was that noise? Masaka. Not Ganon. But it do be being Ganon. Are we holding... Was he holding the sword with two hands? Looked like he was. Your final form. Haha, I like the simplicity of that. Just Ganon. Whoa! Oh crap, what am I going to do? Can I use the little weak Kokiri sword? That might be fun. Nabi, mo, nigenai. So yeah, Navi, like, and in this, because this is like negative, like, future tense or non-past tense, I've heard it referred to before. This means like any more, right? So it's like Navi, you know, any more will not run away anymore. Isho ni tatakau. So togetherly fight. Togetherly I will fight. Less literally. Good luck to us. Oh! It's gonna be a fight and a half. Fuck you. Hookshot OP. Hey, I could have got him then. But it's weak. Too easy, dude. Oh, I didn't get him. Oh! Ah, I got him. That's quite good. So if he swings, he just sort of opens himself to attack. I didn't even notice. Didn't know that. Ooh. Oh no, how threatening. Whoa! Okay, that was... Okay, now he's getting a bit worse. Sweet. Omae, Master Sword wa koko ni isoide. So pretty simple, isn't it? The Master Sword, you know, like at here, or, you know, yeah, at here, literally. Isoide, just, you know, the sort of kind of casual request way of, you know, asking or telling someone to hurry. Let's get back in there, back in the ring. You good, dude? You look a bit effed. Just get a free hit on him. I think you have to use the Master Sword, don't you? Whoa! I was hoping to get like a perfect, but I failed. That's better. Does a jump slash do more damage to him? I get the impression that he's basically just like always 10 hits or something. I guess we'll find out if I get one more. then... Oh, they do. Maybe they do more damage. Get him, Wolf! Watashi no chikara de ma'o o osayemasu. Okay, so, you know, we've seen plenty of this. So, with my power, the Demon King, like, I will, what's the word, like, subdue, or I will, you know, pin him down, hold him down. Yeah, something along those sort of lines. Ato wa anata no ken de ma'o ni todome wa. So ato wa, I guess ato kind of can mean like in addition, rather than meaning like after. It can mean like, yeah, furthermore or in addition. I think ato wa, it might have a kind of a vibe of like all that remains. Perhaps. I'm guessing a bit there, but that's the vibe I kind of get from it, considering the context here, right? Like all that's required, all that's left. By means of or with your sword. The Demon King 2. And then Todome is like... Well, we saw with Goma, Todome wo sasu was like to kind of stick the finisher to them, wasn't it? It was like to well, let's look that up again actually. Todome wo sasu, to put an end to finish by a stab in the neck. So I suppose it's like to stab an end into, kind to stab an end to sort of thing, to finish off, less literally, yeah. And she hasn't put the sasu on the end, but it's clearly what she means. It's the only thing that would make sense, I suppose. Yeah. Glow on up. Eat shit. Zelda looks a bit tired there. Oh, I missed it. I think it was just like Loku Kenja Tachi, right? Or something like that, like the 6 sages. And then she said Ima, did she? Like Imada, like now? I missed it. But I don't think there was anything, you know, that new there, so. Hailalu o tsukuritamaishi kodai no kamigami yo. Okay. I honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna screenshot that right now and ask about it, because that's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, like basically it means, well, yo is like, because we're addressing them, isn't it? So it's like calling upon the gods of, like, you know, ancient ages or ancient era or previous generations or whatever, who, I suppose, you know, created Hyrule. But yeah, the yo just, you know, it's like we're addressing them. So that clearly indicates that. So the gods who created Hyrule, like he's kind of getting their attention or whatever. Yeah. Ima koso hui no tobira wo akite, ja aku naru yami no keshin wo mei hu no kanata e. I can't read that. I know that's like soul. I think it's soul something from. I know it's the kanji for like funeral, isn't it? Oh yeah, soul-gi is funeral. It's like gi is like the ceremony, and so is the. Well, I guess we'll find out. Uh, let's have a look. Oh, okay, yeah, to bury, basically, is what this kanji kind of means. To bury, to inter, to entomb, to consign to oblivion. I knew this one! I knew this word. So it's homuru, is it? Okay. Homuru. Yeah, that's a good word. Um, yeah, homuli tamaya. So we've got like now, like for sure, you know, kind of emphasizing that now is the time to do it, you know. Now for sure, seal, door, open. So open the doors, open the seal's door. Ja aku naru yami no keshin, I think. Keshin. Yeah, it's the incarnation. So it's like an incarnation of darkness, and this just modifies it. This just means evil, doesn't it? So the evil incarnation of darkness. Meihu just means like the underworld, I believe, like hell and stuff. Hades, realm of the dead. Sheol, Sheol, Sheol. I don't know what that is. I guess it's just, you know, hell or whatever. Kanata e. So kanata just means like the other side. So I suppose that Meithu, like the realm of the dead, is in the middle. Hyrule is on one side, and Kanata is on the opposite side of Meithu. So yeah, like Meifu's in the middle, Hyrule's this side, and Kanata is right beyond. It's the other side of Hades. And then Hori Tamaya, just, you know, like doom this evil incarnation of darkness to the other side of Hades. Is kind of what's going on. And this Tamaya, again, it's just kind of used a lot in religious language for some reason. Used a lot with gods. It's like, well, homuru. So I suppose you could say like homute would probably be a more suitable present. I don't know. Nah, mate, probably not. This kind of has a lot of like nuance and implication to it. But anyway, it's used a lot with gods and stuff. So yeah, kind of a bit like an order, perhaps, or kind of like in a prairie kind of way. I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was like consign this evil incarnate to the other side of Hades. Sounds like a spell, actually, doesn't it? Maybe that's quite a good way to think of it. Like a chant. Get 'em, guys! Ooh. This was a funny cutscene to me when I first played this game, because he says, "Onore." Wait, what is onore? Oh yeah, it means, eh? Onore means like oneself, doesn't it? But apparently, well, I'm getting another definition here, which means derogatory term, a derogatory term for you. So I guess that's why it gets translated into curse you in English, doesn't it? This is like saying you. But because we don't really have, you know, a rude way of saying you, certainly not in text anyway. Obviously you could do it with, you know, by someone's tone you can make it rude, but you can't really do it in text. So I guess that's why they translated it to curse you. But onore is like, you know, It's referring to us very, very derogatorily, if that's a word. Onole Zeruda. Onole Kenja. Excuse me, that's hurt my throat. Kenja Domo. So as we said before, I think that's a bit ruder than touchy. You know, it's sort of a bit more derogatory, probably. More of a derogatory pluralizer. And then Onole Omaya. That probably suited his face quite well there, wasn't it? That voice I just did. But yeah, just curse you, Omaya. And the reason this was such a bad... Well, I misunderstood this cutscene when I was in primary school, as I said earlier, because I made that classic mistake of thinking thinking Link was Zelda. And so when I first played this game, I named my file Zelda in all caps. And so in this bit, in English, he basically said, curse you, Zelda, curse you, sages. And then he doubled down and said, curse you, Zelda, but in all caps this time. And so I thought he was just cursing at Link twice. But obviously, you know, he curses Zelda first, and then the sages, and then Link last. But yeah, I don't know, just a silly little bit of trivia for you. Silly little fact about me. Itsu no hi ka kono fuin ga toki hanataleshi toki. I think. So itsu no hi ka, so this is just like... well, that's just a question on the end, isn't it? This ka. So it's like Wednesday, and then this is just a question, isn't it? Wednesday. It sounds like the middle of the week, doesn't it? I mean, when apostrophe s day. So like someday, basically. He could have just said itsuka, but he's saying like itsu no hi ka, someday. This seal. Well, it's all modifying toki, isn't it? So when this seal kind of, I suppose, like lifts and releases me or whatever, when this seal lifts and what is this? Basically, they just kind of both mean lift, don't they? But when this seal lifts and releases, I guess. When this seal lifts and releases. Sono toki koso kisama tachi no ichizoku. Was this konzetsu yashi ni shite kureru? Bloody hell. Let's have a look here. Konzetsu. Yeah, eradication, extermination. Okay. So that time, like, you can be sure, I suppose. That time, absolutely. That time for sure. Your, like, lineage, your descendants, your family, your tribe, your entire race or whatever, I guess, or your entire group, your entire in-group. Excuse me. There's Yashi on the end. I don't know what Yashi is doing. I'll screenshot that and ask about that, because I don't know what Yashi is. Oh, in fact, I think I might do. Oh, okay. Tayasu. Oh, okay. So is net a word for that? No. Anyway, well, these two together are apparently konzetsu, which means extermination. I can't find what the reading is for both of these together. It could be kontayashini, or it could be nedayashini or something. But this is tayasu also means to exterminate, to eradicate, and all that. So tayashi ni shite kureru. shite kureru? I'm a bit lost on this. I wonder if... I think I've seen it before in Zelda and things where even though... Like, basically, I think he's using kureru in a derogatory way. Normally, as I've said in previous episodes, and probably even this one, in fact, like kureru and ageru, it's like if someone's doing something for you, you use kureru. And if you're doing something for someone else, you say ageru. And I think he's just kind of flipped it in a way because he considers, you know, Zelda and Link and everyone to be beneath him very arrogantly and frankly, you know, quite disgustingly, I suppose. So he's kind of maybe saying kureru as a way of saying I will have your entire, like, you know, descendants and whatever, like, exterminated. Or maybe he's saying that he will have someone else do it for him. He will have, like, his henchmen or whatever, his followers do it for him. I'm not too sure. Or is he saying that he will make us do it for him? I don't know. As I said, I'll ask about that, and hopefully by the time you watch this, I'll have an explanation in the comments. Is that it from him? Wanga te no nai ni chikara no torai forsu aru kagiri. We've seen this before. Kagiri means like a limit, doesn't it? And like a very natural translation is to say like as long as. So as long as there exists the Triforce of power to within like my hand, basically, or, you know, more naturally, as long as the Triforce of power, you know, is in my possession. Okay. I thought he was going to add to that. I wonder why they did this. Like, why are we in the sky? Seems very weird, doesn't it? Anyway, arigato omae. So just, you know, thank you omae. Anata no chikara de Ganondorf wa yami no sekai ni fuin saremashita. So because of your power, Ganondorf, the darkness world in sealed was. He was sealed in the world of darkness, or the darkness world, or whatever. Kore de kono sekai mo futatabi heiwa na toki wo kizami hajimeru desho. Let me just have a little look at that. Kizami hajimeru. No entries. But kizamu. Let's have a look at that. Wait, is that even right? That's the right kanji, isn't it? Yeah, kizami hajimeru. Well, it's kind of like korede, with this, or, you know, with that, I suppose. In English, you can say, like, with that, having done that, or, you know, I suppose, you know, with this moment. This world also, like, once again, peaceful times. It's funny that this is like an object. Kizami hajimeru. Well, kizamu means to mince, to carve, to engrave, to hash, to chisel, to notch. So I wonder if it's just like peaceful times will sort of like be imprinted on the world. Or yeah, will begin now being imprinted. So I don't know. I better ask about that and all, actually. Let's move my mouse off of the text first. Yeah, but desho just meaning like, like won't they, I guess, or kind of again sort of rhetorically stating with confidence that's what will happen, I think. これまでの悲劇はすべて私の過ちです。So yeah, so until now, like, and then no just allows you to be able to add a noun to it. So like all of the tragedy up until now, up until this moment, all my like mistake or all my faults, all my wrongdoing, all my yeah, all my mistake, all my faults. 己の未熟さを顧みず、聖地を制御しようとし。Bloody hell. So onore just meaning like one's own or her own. Mijuku, well, this means like not yet or still. And juku means like basically ripen, to be ripe. So mijuku just means to not be ripe or to not be ready, to be kind of unprepared, I suppose. So her own kind of inexperience, her own unpreparedness, her own not yet ripeness. Wo kaeri mizu. Kaeri mizu. Well, kaeri miru means like to look back or to like reflect upon, I think. Or I'm also getting to consider, usually used in the negative. So it might be that she failed to, or she did not consider her own, unpreparedness, and she tried to, control, or she tried to, I don't want to say govern, but it is the word that springs to mind here. She tried to, I suppose, take control of the sacred realm, like before Ganon, I think. And then this she is just like, it's suru, I believe, it's just suru, but it's just a continuous, it's basically allows the sentence to continue on after it's seigyo shio to shi. She's got something more to say, which she probably will do in this one. Oh no, she's just trailed off, I think. And then she's just saying like, Sarani anata made kono arasoi. Let me have a look at that. Yeah. Arasoi. Kono arasoi ni makikonde shimatta. So sarani is like additionally or in addition or furthermore. Until you. So it's like she made such a big mistake that it even reached until us. It even involved us. That's what this made is doing, I believe. It was such a big mistake it even reached until you. Kind of literal again, but that's what's going on. Sarani, so furthermore, to the point that you accidentally got involved or tangled up into this dispute, argument, quarrel, conflict. There you go. Conflict is the best translation for that. So yeah, she effed up so bad that even we were dragged into her bullshit, I suppose is Bit of a crude but quite natural translation, maybe. Ima koso watashi wa sono ayamachi wo. What is going on here? Tadasaneba narimasen. I've got to look this up because I don't know what this is. Oh, it is tadas. Oh, that's weird. I've never even seen that. Or at least I don't remember seeing that. So tadasu just means to correct, to amend, to make right, I suppose. And I think we've seen this for, I think Impa kind of favoured this sort of way of saying must. Tadasaneba naranai, or tadasaneba narimasen, as Zelda's saying, because she speaks, proper Japanese. So now for sure, or now, definitely now at this moment, that mistake must fix. I must amend that now. Yeah, something along those lines. Masta sodo wo nemuri ni tsukase, toki no tobira wo tozasu no desu. So the Master Sword, to sleep, tsukasu. Tsukaseru? Oh, maybe it's like, I see. Maybe it's like tsuku means to to arrive at. I think. I'll ask about this one as well, but I think it's this is causative of tsuku. Oh no, maybe it's tsuku in the sense of to place. Anyway, this is causative of that, so it's to cause the Master Sword to to commit it to sleep, I suppose, to put it to rest, to cause it to rest, sort of thing, to put it to sleep. Toki no tobira wo tozasu no desu. I feel like she's asking us to do this. This is I think she is. I think this is that tozasu no da, which is kind of like a request or an order. But she's just saying des on the end because she, as we've said, she speaks properly. So the time's door, or the door of time, close the door of time, she's saying. Put the Master Sword to rest and close the door of time. Keredo, sono toki wo tabi suru michi mo tozasarete shimaimasu. Okay. So keredo just meaning however or but. That time, at the time that you do that. Toki wo tabi suru michi mo. The road down which you can kind of travel through time, I suppose, also will close, and then shimaimasu, kind of unfortunately, undesirably, it will close as well. But never mind, it's something we have to do, I guess. Omae ocarina wo watashi ni. So simply ocarina to me. There's no verb, but we know that she's saying, give the ocarina to me. Ima no watashi nara kenja to shite kono toki no ocarina de anata wo moto no jidai ni kaeshite ageraremasu. So I think she's saying the current me, if it comes to the current me, I think she's kind of, with that, she's kind of implying that maybe later she won't be able to do this. So as I presently am, it's limited to the current me, is kind of what she's saying, I think. The current me for one. How did I translate this before? It's anata nara Like when it comes to you, you can do it. It's kind of like that. Like when it comes to the current me, as a sage, using this Ocarina of Time, I can sort of return you. I can return you to your original time period, I suppose, your original era. And I think, as I said, I think it kind of has that implication that maybe, like, you know, later there won't be the ability to do it, or there won't be the chance to do it, or, you know, something along those kind of lines. The nara kind of limits it to what she said before it, which was ima no watashi, wasn't it? Hailaru ni heiwa ga modoru toki. So when, or at the time that peace has come back to Hyrule. Oh no. At the time when peace comes back to Hyrule. Otherwise it would have been past tense. Yeah. Sore ga watashi tachi no wakare no toki nano desu. Ne? So she's saying, like, yeah, that will be the time that we, like, have a parting. Wakare is like a farewell or a parting of ways or whatever. So yeah. So that will be the time that we part ways, or that we bid farewell, or that we go our separate ways. And then I think she kind of pauses here and then goes ne, like, kind of, I think she's kind of considering it sadly. So she kind of pauses and then goes ne, like, you know, saying, like, you know, or won't it be that? Yeah, sort of like that sort of thing. Sa, kaeri nasai omae. Ushinawareta toki wo tori modosu tame ni. So she's saying, like, well, or now, or with that, or whatever. Kaeri nasai, yeah, it's like, you know, go home, return home. And the nasai, I think, as we've said, like, before, like, throughout the series, it sounds a bit motherly. It's a bit like a kind of a motherly order. Which is kind of funny for Zelda to be saying it, but I guess it's kind of proper Japanese again, so kaeri nasai omae. Excuse me. Ushinawareta toki wo torimadosu tame ni. So for the sake of, or in order to, like, take back the time that was lost, I suppose. Yeah, ushinao is to lose. Ushinawareru is to be lost, I suppose. Or, yeah, to be lost. It's like passive, isn't it? So the time that was lost, for the sake of taking back the time that you have missed or lost or whatever. Anata ga iru beki tokoro e, anata ga aru beki sugata de. So, to the place you, like, you, like, should be. So to the place you should be, in, I suppose, or by means of the form or the state that you should kind of have or be in, the way you should be, basically. Oh yeah. She doesn't play the Song of Time, does she? She plays Zelda's Lullaby. Of course she does. Whoa! So yeah, just arigato omae, so thank you omae. And sayonara, just goodbye. And yeah, I'm going to let the credits roll out. So that's the end of this. As I said, I kind of might do some like I might not as well, but I might maybe do some like bonus episodes or parts where I do other things that I haven't done yet. You know, but I'm kind of done with this for now, so I'll probably give it a break for a bit. And you've watched this far, so you know, I have other games that I've played through, excuse me, in Japanese. Like, well, at the time of recording this video, I've done GoldenEye, Super Mario 64. I think that's it actually. But you know, at the time you're watching this, you know, if it's a year after its upload or whatever, then hopefully I'll have some other games that I've done. So you know, just check like my playlists on my channel or whatever if you want to see more. And I'm kind of going to assume that no one has. Well, I'm going to assume that every series is, you know, like people are only watching like one series, so I'm kind of going to cover probably the same grammar in the same detail on every series, but that's just because I can't really assume that everyone's watched, you know, playthroughs of other games, because you know people aren't interested in all games, so I kind of have to cover the grammar to the same extent in every series, potentially, unfortunately, but yeah, just in case you do watch multiple series or multiple games and you're wondering why I'm going over the same grammar all the time in the same level of detail. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to let the credits roll out. Hope it was worthwhile, and hope to see you in another one.